And here are the details of these and more stories. Egyptian President Abdel-Fattah Al-sisi is expected this Wednesday in Gabon as part of his 4-day African tour. He started on Monday with his first stop in Tanzania. In Gabon, President Al-sisi and Ali Bongo will have talks on economic cooperation focused on agriculture, commerce, communication, transport and infrastructure. The Egyptian president has, since his arrival in power in 2014, increased his efforts to strengthen political and economic ties with other African countries.
After Gabon, the Egyptian president will go to Chad, where he will meet President Idriss Déby Itno. The fight against terrorism is expected to dominate talks between the two leaders, especially in finding ways to equip N'Djamena with the capacity to fight against arms smuggling from Libya then to Egypt.
We're now being joined by Evariste Ngariam Toad, a political analyst from N'Djamena, Chad, to discuss what this visit implies for Chad. President Abdel-Fattah Al-sisi will be in Chad to conclude his visit of 4 African countries. What is this visit? What does this visit mean to Chad in particular? Evariste?
First, it should be noted that the visit by the Egyptian president comes at a time when Africa is experiencing security issues, especially in West Africa, with attacks in Burkina Faso and then the UN forces in Mali. So this comes at a time when such incidents are bringing countries to get closer together as terrorism continues to gain ground. The visit by the Egyptian president is timely as it strengthens ties between Chad and Egypt, which have a common neighbor, that is Libya. It is Libya where some of these terrorist attacks originate, so from the onset, the visit is quite timely.
C'est de la Libye que partent certaines actions terroristes. Donc, il faut tout de suite le relever que cette visite est opportune.
Just as you mentioned, terrorism is among the topics that will be discussed. But do you have any ideas what may be gained or who stands to benefit as regards this?
Certainly, between the two countries, when it comes to this cooperation, I think Chad will gain more because, compared to Egypt, Chad still remains a weak link in the system, even though it is at the center of a joint terrorism cooperation under the watch by Europe, notably France, under the G5 Sahel forces and Operation Barkhane. Currently, Chad is facing a severe crisis, and its all-out policy towards other African countries, Western nations, Asia, the Middle East, will be a shot in the arm to its economy that has really taken a huge blow.
How about economic cooperation between the two nations, Egypt and Chad?
Well, in terms of economic ties, it will be very difficult to judge what Chad will gain in the very short term. However, when it comes to the military cooperation, there will be intelligence sharing, and in this rapprochement, we should expect some spin-offs. But initially, I think it will be quite difficult to judge economic benefits that Chad will gain. But as I said earlier, when it comes to intelligence sharing, Chad will have so much more to gain. But economically, it will be too early to predict the benefits that Chad will gain.
Chad attend beaucoup de partenaires étrangers, notamment de l'Égypte, pour sortir de cette crise qui n'a que trop duré.